So, Dagcoiners, I watched this Dag Tech Day, and it's a well orchestrated presentation, very well orchestrated presentation. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the supply. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize that these guys only had 2.65 billion of their 9 billion units out getting used by the rest of the community. When you go back to and look at the video with the Genesis block, you can see that most of those coins all get moved in some format. So they must be getting shifted somewhere. But I didn't realize that 6 billion of those units were tucked away somewhere, hiding. So all of the regular people were all trading and using 2.65. It's only like 30% of the total supply. It surprised me that 6 billion of the units were not even available to the public. What it makes me think of is obviously like, the creators of this, they own all the coins. It's I don't know how it can sit well with anyone. You guys are just playing around with the smallest amount of the coins, while the creators own all the coins. I mean, I don't know how else I can say it. And looking at this there. So we're talking about burning a whole bunch of tokens and saying that burning the tokens, will obviously reduce the supply from 9 billion down to whatever they burn to, and that could increase the price. And I mean, this other 6 billion is going to be released over a 2-year period, for partnerships and all that sort of stuff. I mean, all it tells me is that the people at the head, they are in control. They say where everything goes. They tell you what to think. They control the coin. This, as I've said in many videos, this coin is not not decentralized in any way. They have leaders. They have a majority stake. They control the presentations, and they control all the websites. There's no decentralization in this coin at all. But I mean, some people probably already know that. But I mean, I have had arguments with some people saying, no, it is decentralized. No, I'm sorry. This is pretty much like it's like 90% centralized. The decentralization is like minimal. I mean, you can't spin up a node and download the blockchain yourself. You just can't. There's not even a blockchain anyway. It's a DAG chain. It's basically a whole lot of single transactions. But none of you guys can download node software. None of you guys can download the DAG chain onto your own computer and store it yourself. If you could do that, then you would make the coin more decentralized. But you can't do that. So this coin is about as centralized as possible. Now, the only final thought that I've got for this is, you may not have already realized it, but there was a coin in the actual cryptocurrency industry, sort of the field, called XRP or Ripple. And XRP Ripple, they were, the coin was created on a set of computers, right? And they minted 100 billion units, and they gifted those 100 billion units to a whole bunch of people. And then those people created the business Ripple. And they have just been pinged by the SEC, the Security Exchange in America, for being a unregistered security. and they're going to get dragged through the courts, and they're going to get sued to all high hell. They're going to have to prove their case in court, a whole bunch of stuff. But the curious thing about Ripple is they had majority stake over all the coins. There's a large amount of them had good levels of control over the coins. They sold all their stake of coins to the regular people, and they just kept on feeding it to the people like it was gruel, like it was bread at a homeless shelter. They just got all the units and they just sent it to exchanges and sold it, and then they took the dollars and then they went and bought whatever they wanted, boats, Ferraris, whatever, expensive events. It's not that dissimilar. It's not that dissimilar. Dagcoin minted the 5 billion units back in 2018 or whatever it was, and they've only released 2.65 to all you guys, and you guys are buying it. You're just buying all their tokens. They're just selling it all, and they haven't even released all of them. So there's no true like distribution. Why don't they just distribute all 9 billion units? Let you guys fight over it. At least do that. What's going on? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's up to what, 69 cents euro? Good for you. I don't know. The rest of the other coins like Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and all that sort of stuff, they've 4x'd or 5x'd in the time that I've done my last video, and you guys are stuck at 69 cents. It's sad. Anyway, I'll let you with that. You've only got 1/3 of the amount of units on the market. They have the rest. They're holding onto them all. They're just holding onto the tokens, ready to sell it to you. Okay, thanks for listening.